Hi, it's Morgan Redstone, and we are out here at what I set up because water in Enshrouded is jank. It's like really janky. So I set up a test rig because my fountain at home has done some weird things, and I want to discover what's going on with the water. It's flooding. So up top we have a water spigot that's, you know, 2 blocks off the ground. Here we have one that's right at ground level, and then we have another one that's at ground level, but has a twisty, turny thing on it. You know, it has to go around all these little blah blah blahs. The blue lights are at 10 meters, so this water will eventually, it'll splish splash all the way down here, and it'll eventually fall out the end. Same with the 2 meter high, and you can see the effect that it has, where you see the ripple. It kind of looks like, you know, lines. I don't know why it looks like lines. This is my little fishing shack out here at this lake, and now it's gonna start raining and screwing up all my data. So, but the water hasn't reached out here yet. So does water not turn around corners? Like this is doing nothing. Let's try. I don't actually have any results for this thing right yet. So let's see what it does when it's 2 blocks high. So it looks like it was going kind of almost straight through at first. Did it stop? I can't tell because it's raining. Will you stop? I just want to understand water physics in this game. Like, don't get me wrong, this game is fantastic. This game is literally Minecraft for adults. If Minecraft wasn't already for adults. But Minecraft is for whoever. Adults included. But why is that upside down? I mean, not that that isn't funny. You know what? We'll just do it like that. There. It's it's so silly. Anyway, so we can see the water is sort of traversing this little maze, but it's not doing a very good job because it's just taking its dear sweet time. But these straight lines, it'll come down these straight lines all day. But it is not traversing a maze. So, if we go back to Redstone Manor, I will show you one of the, if it happens, I'll show you one of the problems. What water does for me, like right now, you see that is a massive water canal that if the overflow hits that line, it goes into a different system and just gets shunted out. I've put drains all along here to kind of keep the water from doing things. You can see that there are some water spigots out there, but for the most part this entire system is being fed by this fountain, and this fountain is got one spigot on it, and it is an upward facing spigot. I can close the whole thing and it'll entirely stop. But I don't do that because it's my fountain, and I made it to look pretty, and it just dumps into this big cistern right here, full of stairs so I can get out easy. And at sometimes you'll see water just kind of mound up underneath the fountain, like water is some sort of gelatin instead of water. I have extra spigots around to essentially help maintain the water level as you go, because what was happening is it was just lowering, and I there's a spigot under my bridge over here, I think, or maybe not. What I essentially would love to be able to do is have the water level at the very tippy top. But I'd also love it if it stopped flooding my house and breaking my NPC beds. And that is something that needs to be fixed real quick, right there. Because that is a screw up. But that is okay, because that should be relatively easy to fix. We'll go ahead and remove those chunks. I don't know why I put those chunks there. But that'll drain everything. And then you can see why it, you know, what it does when it... Because this goes into, like, yeah, if you go down here, there's just a long passageway that goes all the way back up that way. So, this kept me up the other night because I was like, wow, do I need to think of draining systems like some sort of, you know, water quality engineer or something? And the answer is a little bit, because these drains don't do enough. Like, the grass will flood, and the flooding is coming from the fountain, but the fountain has drains around it, but look, it's already started flooding. And the water is up over the edge here. And that might just be because the water is hitting that side. And then it's never going to stop flowing because the thing's never going to get submerged up there. But if you come down this way, look how low the water level is. It's right down there. Well, it's not super duper low. But this comes out into an edge here to keep some water back. And there's a spigot here to keep this waterfall flowing up here. Because I like my waterfall into the void. And of course, it's nice and dark, so we can't see squat anymore, so I'm going to go run and take a nap. So I don't know how many people have had this kind of problem where they're wondering what the heck is going on with water. It's super jank right now, and I think that's just because it's new. Like, this stuff will fill back up to that fill line and then just be fine. Like, forever. And I have all these drains here and in front of everywhere. And in front over here to stop things from flooding. Because I had a lot of flooding issues. And if we come back out here, I think my field is flooded again, right? Yep, my field is flooded again. And you can see that the fountain is once again over that fill level. So, I don't know what to do about that, unless I do another, like, dump like I did in the other section. But if I do it down here, it's never going to reach it, because that's way down there. Water doesn't make any sense. It flows like gelatin in this game, and I don't disparage anyone for setting up a really great system. And this stupid piece of flotsam in the sky is pissing me off. Be gone, flotsam. Alright. So how do I keep this full without this problem? Because I don't actually have a rice paddy. I don't have rice yet. But this is a rice paddy, obviously. Rice don't actually need all that water. So I'm thinking, that's why I set up that rig, to see how far water goes. Because this water, look, you see, it's getting deep over here now. It's like, it's almost a meter deep in this corner. But it's not on this side. And I think these drains are still working, despite the fact that they've been recessed into, well, I did recess them into the ground, so, and water is flowing right across them. Yay, water is jank. Come on, guys. I love it, but it's jank. Now it's all just spilling off over here. And you can see that the drains are doing something. They're taking some of it away, but not all of it. I don't want to have to line the entire thing in drains. I might. I might also just have to put a draining canal in the middle of it instead of this path. So if anybody has any good ideas about what water is doing, let me know, because water is jank. I have seen this entire thing just like literally fill up and leap water out, like as it updates. When I get closer to it, it just suddenly starts spewing water. So let's go back to our rainwater testing area, or just our water mess. Let's see if it changes any, because we left and came back. So this water is traversing this maze, and it can't actually get very far. It's not even 10 meters. Well, maybe it's a little bit. Maybe it's 10 meters. I'm not hearing a lot of splish splish. This water hasn't even reached this section yet, I guess. Wait, no, it's pouring off. The lake's looking kind of full, guys. Oops. Yeah, no water pouring off there. Anybody has any good and wonderful insights into how water works in this game, please tell me. Because I want to build a cool fountain, and I don't want it to overflow my base. And I might just have to make a cool fountain away from it, and then have it full of drains so that it doesn't become a mess. Water is a fun mess, and I want to know how it works, and I want to know why it doesn't work when it sometimes feels like it should work. Oh, is it pouring out the slide here? It looks like it has finally reached the end of this. Anyway, this is just a short video to test water physics. So, thanks for watching, and as always, don't forget to get your simps spayed and neutered. Every little bit helps.